Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and well, here we are, CD. It is all gone according to plan for the Jets. They acquire Aaron Rodgers, and in his first year, here they are in the Super Bowl.
And while I don't think he should have to deal with this, let's face it, a second Super Bowl title absolutely cements his legacy, and if he can get it, he'll be a hero for life in New York City, wearing jet green.
Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they're trying to pull off what only 3 teams have done before, go from Super Bowl losers to Super Bowl champions.
Last team to do that, the Patriots, Super Bowl 52 and 53. Before that, you've got to go back to the Dolphins in Super Bowls 5 and 6, and the Cowboys in Super Bowls 4 and 5.
In motion right is Davis. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Buying time to his left. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first. This Super Bowl, of course, is a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Herbert once more. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A couple of plays sent him the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now Rodgers. That is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Rodgers wants to change the look. Here's Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick-6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. Now Rodgers. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Oh, no, his first throw of the Super Bowl is intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. Now, wait a minute. They declined it.
Makes no sense, right? They just gave up a big yardage play, right?
And now it's going to stand. What?
The only thing I can think, someone is mad at their own defense, and they're trying to teach them a really, really crazy lesson.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They run it again with Williams. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DK Metcalf taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Eagles will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing is Rodgers. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
In motion right is Davis. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got him not pinned down, but in a favorable spot.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Down right around the 25. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. When you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this.
It's the Eagles with the early lead. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw completes a Freiermuth.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's to the 15.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Gabriel Davis.
68 yards.
And the Jets are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make our score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, he stays up.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Second down. Here's Hurts.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Now 2nd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw.
Open man has got him, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now Hurts going to move him around.
He'll look to throw.
Screenplay set up for Williams.
Touchdown, Eagles. Jamal Williams, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
They'll set up the screen to Herbert.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe.
An audible here to get a new look.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Fletcher Cox. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now it's Rodgers. Throw right side, caught by Davis. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by... Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A handoff for Herbert. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Second and 6 from the 10. Rodgers now to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football. But any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too. But it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him. And this one was a long run.
Absolutely, they did all of that and more. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Herbert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now this time Rodgers will throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Gabriel Davis, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there and in the process picks up the first down. They're going to look to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their remaining here as we head toward halftime. A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches. Hurts finding Williams once more. Touchdown!
second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott now to add the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. That went down the field for Freiermuth. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Devontae Smith. 46 yards. And the Eagles will extend their third-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And the Jets have got it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now, hang on. We've got an injured player down there, and, oh, my, that's Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. A first throw for the backup, Wilson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Past the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he's brought down. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Well, now hang on here, because he appears to be shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Throwing is Hurts. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
63.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Oh, my, that's a heck of a tackle right there on 3rd down, because they had to swing it out to the back and hope that he could make a play. But let's face it, in order for him to be there and be in that position, in order to make that play, he had to read his keys and not be fooled. Excellent job in the open field.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jamal Williams with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Eagles are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Elliott good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On play action, Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Davis has it over the middle. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Touchdown, Jets. Khalil Herbert
from 6 yards away.
And the Jets get a bit closer. Robert Saleh, one to take chances. His guys will go for 2 here.
Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
And again, it's Rodgers.
And this will be incomplete. What, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Touchdown, Eagles. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Eagles are feeling good. Super Bowl.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to...
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Garrett Wilson.
67 yards.
And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Being chased out left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
On 1st down, Hurts. He'll find Metcalf. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. Here's Hurts to throw. And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
That's to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Now Hurts changing up the play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago is starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
He finds Wilson.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Rodgers now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
Touchdown, Jets!
Garrett Wilson.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Rager. He's going to bring this one out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead. 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. Kenneth Murray
in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Rolling to his right. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They run behind center with Gainwell.
And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we're at the time of the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
And this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Again, a run with Gainwell.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the gun, a give to Gainwell.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And here's a handoff to Gainwell. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their...
Oh, no, he lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Here's second down.
Rodgers to throw. That's pulled in by Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you don't often talk about it. You can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle in the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.